Good evening, everybody. It is it's something. It's definitely a day of the week. In a year. It's Monday, July 30th. Nope, 31st, 2023. Hello, chat. Hello. Hi. What's going on? I need to adjust my background. 1 second. I need to adjust my background. Okay. Yep. 1 second. It's about to fall off. That's the issue here. I haven't flubbed an intro like that since January. Yeah, right. Like, I believe that for even a second. I flub the intro all the time. Hello, DFR. Hello, Dane. Hey, Data. Good to see you. Yeah. How are we all doing tonight? We good? Everyone doing all right? We're gonna play Elden Ring. Hey, Anirio. We're gonna play Elden Ring. We've got a no death run in progress, with 5 out of 15 Remembrance bosses down. The objective is to defeat all 15 Remembrance bosses. So let me go ahead and get the sound going on the Elden Ring. Our current build is a faith-based build. I'll hit the continue button. Let's jump on into this thing, and we can talk about... Here's our current stats. Level 101, wow. 65 vigor. We're closing in on... Like, I'm trying to allocate 40 points into faith. We're wearing a talisman that increases that as well, and then I'll probably put points into endurance after that. That way I can dodge a little bit better. Hey, Joe. How are we doing? And I have, I've allocated 20 points into mind as well. Rocking Godric's Great Rune, and we've got some other abilities that we are using. I thought that tonight would be... So we're just past Fire Giant. So tonight would be a good opportunity to go back down to the Ancestral Woods. And I'm going to ride around, and we're going to immediately jump into the action and defeat another Remembrance boss, if we can. This is the Ancestor Beast? Ancestral Beast? Something beast. Some kind of beast. So I'm going to go ahead and light all the fires. Something, the beacons are lit. So we'll get everything up for that. The Moose of Death. Yeah, that's honestly feels appropriate. Hey, you know, I don't really like these mice. Stupid rats. I'd love for them to, like, not attack me. Hey! Alright, we'll take that.
Welcome!
Whoa, what's up, Mibu? Welcome on in, everybody. Mibu, thanks for the raid, appreciate it. Yeah, Fate. Yes, falling is the scariest thing for me. Thank you very much. What were you up to tonight, Mibu? Welcome on in, everybody. My name's Mark. I am a challenge runner currently doing a no deaths attempt of Elden Ring. You can see we're running a faith-based build at the moment, and we are going after our 6th of 15 all Remembrance bosses. Neo in the highest new game cycle. Nice. Well, I hope it went well. Thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it, and very kind of you. That all of them? All right. The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. Probably. Let's go ahead and get in there. Excellent news. That thing takes a lot of damage. This is probably the easiest Remembrance boss. I know he does try and do a heal here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we expected that. Eventually my attacks will connect. Is it not dead? I was like, dang. This guy managed to survive forever. So there we go. That was a nice little warm-up sort of thing. Thanks, Mibu. Yeah, thanks for the GGs. Thanks for the lurks. Thanks for the raid. Right. Okay. Perfect. Now do it again. He's dead. He's already dead. I don't need to do it again. Could start thinking about other Remembrance bosses that are already relatively accessible are Rykard. Rykard doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Let's go for Rykard and see how we do. Wait, am I at? Oh, sorry. I thought I was at 30,000 exactly. That would have been crazy.
I am Tanrias, a warrior. Perhaps will you Joyx rise with us? And now you the drawing room, but be sure.
Right. I'm not gonna mind any of the associated quests here. It's just get going. Can't see a damn thing. I believe if I run forward, we are fine. And then I am a little bit interested in grabbing the Bloodhound claw on this guy. Oh, you're stuck in there, aren't you? So this would give me Bloodhound Step on item, and I believe I can use it if I need to, right? Yeah, it requires 15 dexterity, but Godric's Great Rune is granting me that. So in a situation where I might want to have Bloodhound Step for free, I can equip that and roll with it. Okay, I'm gonna run through this area as best I can. Our target is up there, where we're trying to go. So I'm gonna just run. Platforming's always just an area that I have to continuously focus on. And in certain situations where I'm feeling not confident about my ability to run past something, then I'll do stuff like that. Alright. The music makes this place a little more ominous than it actually is, I think. But it's still not nothing. Area. And usually one of the guys comes kind of running after me. Yeah, I kind of remembered that happening before. I'd like to not get ambushed from behind as I attack this guy, because this guy can sometimes knock me off the elevator. And we'd hate for there to be any accidents. This guy can also be a pain in the ass. But I suppose. Alright, we got him. Alright, moving up. We'll bring the Mimic in as soon as this guy shows himself. comes the roll. Sort of expecting that. Alright. That might be the cleanest Godskin Noble I've ever done. Phew. Alright.
Hey,
Hey, Azerafuse. It's good to get a little bit of practice against that guy specifically because Godskin Duo is part of our target for tonight, I think. I think Farah Missoula is reasonably something we take on. When did I get good at this game? Never. I'm still bad, but maybe I'll be okay enough to get through this. No, that doesn't kill. Okay, sure. Make way! Make way! Where do you get that weapon? Oh, okay, all right. Let's see. We've got a couple questions coming in. Zarafuse asks, "What damage types do you have available with this build?" Well, the good thing with incantations is that you get pretty much every type of damage that isn't magic. And even then, you do have one magic damage option in the dragon's incantations. The dragon is like a arcane breath or something, magic breath, something like that. But we get strong physical damage with you know, rot breath and the bestial incantations. We get fire damage and black flame damage with you know, the fire spells and black flame ones, the godslaying ones. Lightning damage is an option, though I haven't had to use that yet. Oh, pest threads is also big physical damage. You get what else? There's like one or two cold options with like freeze breath. So yeah, there's a freeze breath and a lightning spear or a lightning strike, but it's like a cold lightning. So it does, I think it's called frozen lightning spear or something like that, and it does frost and lightning at the same time. So mostly elemental damage. You're seeing me run a lot of black flame at the moment, and so that's kind of our main elemental damage, but we'll have to see. Oh, and holy, there are a lot of holy incantations that I'm not really using, though the black knife, the black knife's Ash of War and damage is mostly holy damage. And of course the damage over time. Neuro is asking, where do you get that weapon? That weapon, Neuro, comes... Here, I'll pull up the map and show you. Right here, there is a black knife guarding a hero's grave. That black knife is a boss, and so we killed him early and got the black knife from him. Oh, sorry. The black knives are all ladies. So from her. What can boost the Ash of War damage? So it scales with faith. If I were to increase holy damage, then we could also increase that damage. So there is a sacred scorpion charm that I could get, though that does increase the damage that I take, and so I'm unlikely to equip that. There's also a holy tier for the Wondrous Physic that I could apply as well to increase the Ash of War damage. But right now I'm pretty happy with the ashes, or with the tiers that I'm using. One for stamina and one for increased faith. And the last thing that we could get to boost the Ash of War would be the Shard of Alexander, which we haven't been able to get yet. Because Alexander's still alive. Alright, let's try and get through the rest of this platforming section. This guy is a big meanie. Just gonna go ahead and dodge. Hi. That didn't connect. Hello. Oops. Wow. Cool move. Go ahead and ignore that. I see no reason not to be very careful about running through this area. So once again, we'll use our laserized sniper rifle to give ourselves a little bit of a path forward here. Hello, we're back. Hi. Sorry, I didn't realize that we had got a minor disconnection there. Hello, everybody. You didn't miss very much, just me clearing a path with my laser eyes. I went from the elevator to here. So we're still on our way to Rykard, and I stopped moving as soon as I realized we had a DC there. Hey, Joe. Alright, whatever. I'm making a run for it. Whoa. Alright, so the good news here is I do not need to immediately fight Rykard, and so I won't. I'm going to grab the Serpent Hunter, and I'm going to teleport out. And let's go and talk to EG. I believe I have several. I don't need to upgrade the Serpent Hunter all the way to like 9, but if I upgrade it to like, I don't know. Let's see what kind of smithing stones we have available to us. I have a 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I think if I get like a 3 and, well, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if I upgrade this thing to level 6, then I think me and the Mimic will be able to make pretty short work of him. So then what do I need then? Alright, I have... Oh, okay, so I need a 3. Okay. Audience pathway. Back to audience pathway. Okay, so... the other thing that I'm going to do for this fight is actually take off the Black Knife, or rather, I'd like to go like this instead. So shield and Serpent Hunter for this. That way we can use a little bit of blocking on top of what we already have in store. All right, here comes another Remembrance boss. Let's get this done. This as well. Why I have a shield. And that's why I have a shield. No, DFR, I literally just put it on for this fight. Take that. 7. What's up, Traffy? Traffy's asking, will I be streaming Baldur's Gate 3 on release? On release is probably not the word I would use. I'm not even sure I'm available on Friday. But yeah, we'll be streaming it starting next week, if my computer can handle it. Oh, whoa, I just made a huge mistake. I completely forgot that I'm probably gonna want that Remembrance. Let me go and duplicate it. I'm gonna go duplicate that Remembrance, because Jaboy wants the Blasphemous Blade. Support it for the drops. Yeah, I don't know how any of that is working, Traffy, so I haven't looked up any of it, but what I can tell you is I'm planning on doing honor mode. So if I die, I will be resetting at the beginning. So it's very likely that everybody who's watching is going to be watching me doing a challenge run for starters, and so you'll all probably be pretty far ahead of me, if we're being very honest. Okay, so I was gonna go to this isolated merchant's shack. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to duplicate that memory, because I did not mean to actually. I just sort of absent-mindedly claimed it, but I'd like to fix that here. Alright, where's the door? Yeah, blasphemous. Let's go back to round table. That's not where I was trying to go. I was trying to go here.
Well, you know, the things shake when they are about to, no matter.
Right.
Now, completo.
Yeah, the Baldur's Gate 3 requirements are scaring me a little bit. My computer is not ready, I don't think, for it. But we will see. I wanted to check the stats for the Blasphemous Blade. So we need Dex 15 and Faith 21. So I have the correct amount of dexterity. What I don't have is the correct amount of strength. And the extra issue here would be that my Mimic would not have either, if I were to pull out Blasphemous Blade for certain fights, looking at Melania specifically. So, if, however, I were to use a strength tier, then I would have... Wait, hang on. What's 15 times... Yeah, DFR. I'm not monetizing the stream, really, so... Had it on a hard drive? Yeah, well, I think I probably did as well. I'm trying to think. So, strength 22. 15 times... so if I wanted to two-hand the Blasphemous Blade, then you actually only need strength and a half, right? So you need 2/3 of the required strength in order to get it. So what's 15 divided by 2 is 7, and it rounds down. So actually 15 divided by 2 would allow me to equip this if I two-hand it. Then I would actually be able to use it properly. So that is pretty tempting. And I'm just looking ahead to Melania specifically, but there might be some other enemies that I may also want to do this for. So let's start upgrading this. Just in case I feel the need to use it, it will be nice to have as a secondary option. Taker's Flames heals you and does significant fire damage and also knocks enemies down and out of the way. So it's really nice for a couple of reasons. Alright, we'll get that out of here for the moment, and then let's start thinking about our next targets. So, with Rykard down and the ancestor spirit down, we do have a lead on Estelle. And I might go after Estelle next. So, in order to get there, I need the Lake of Rot. So, because we do have Ronnie's quest active, I think there is going to be a fight in between here and there. So let's just proceed carefully. There's also a few basilisks that I might clear out with Rotten Breath. Alright, let's gas them out. Have to be pretty careful about the death blight there as we advance. I don't know what these items are. Smithing Stone 4 and Smithing Stone 5. A little bit too late for those. Okay. I mean, if he's just going to be over there, then I might as well eye laser him from over here. Look at him. He's just standing there menacingly. He's walking towards us. I have no problems solving my issues this way. And
oh, Shadow, thou beautifully fought. My thanks.
Bye.
'Twas more of a challenge than I envisioned. Now I can finally stand before them. This is farewell, my dear.
Indeed, Kane. It was beautifully fought. I have no choice but to agree with you. I'm gonna switch my flasks to only health for this next bit, because I have no interest in stalling around in the Lake of Rot. I'm literally going to just run straight through. And sure, we're gonna get rotted. And I will just heal every so often. I'm just gonna run in a straight line. And when we're like injured a little bit, I'll heal. What hotkey am I using for health pots? I have them attached to my hotbar. You can see if I hold E, so it's E and left. It's the quick items slots right here. Yeah, so I have my mana flasks are E and up. And my my health ones are E and left. And my horse is E and right. Alright, let's put our flasks back to what they were. 8 and 6 is pretty good. Alright, and we got through the Lake of Rot just fine. Let's go ahead and make our way toward Estelle. This is another platforming segment. Just have to be careful about gravity. Alright. Honestly, yeah, I don't have a lot of interest in doing anything other than just running for it here. They didn't see me, which is all the better. Okay. Got my full health and all my flasks. Let's go ahead and try and show Estelle what we're made of. Return fire! Literally. Love for my mimic to get involved any minute now. There it goes, nice. I think I was too far away. Eventually, this guy's gonna rot. Oh no. No, 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 no. Ow. Good thing I had 60 vigor. Okay. Okay, now he's rotting. Okay, good. Now that he's rotting, I can throw fireballs at him. I'm expecting him to do his big meteor launch ability. But he's aiming at my mimic. Okay, good. The mimic is soaking damage. Got him. That's 8. Yeah, having enough vigor was a good move on my part. That way, even surviving the full bite there did not do. It got us to like half health, right? And not much farther than that. Am I going the right way? Yeah. DFR, I have not changed my ad schedule. If anyone else is experiencing that, you may want to refresh the page or something. Wasn't me, is what I'm saying. I can't advance beyond this point, and I'm not actually sure I need to necessarily. So yeah, maybe I'll go ahead and just leave the rest of that alone. So we do have another couple of options. So I could work toward Fortisax, Or I could start progressing into Farum Azula. Either way is not a horrible option. Let's do the study hall. I'm gonna need to do the study hall eventually, so let's try and get through it now while it's top of mind. So this is another scary sort of gravity area that I'm not a huge fan of. But we do have a ranged option to kind of clear a path for us. So there is that. Hi, I see you there. Perceptor doing? Can almost hit. Oh, I can hit. Okay, but I just need to stay, like, right here. Yep, that's connected. Your average sniper rifle, no problem. Love this incantation. I'm really happy I got it. Good. Need to be standing on this part. Okay, there we go. Hello. Just casually down the stairs. Okay, I don't need. Oops. Alright. Most annoying bit of platforming here. Let's be very precise about our jumps so that we don't fall off and die. Just aim for that X. There we go. forward. Aim down. Alright. Good. So there is a Godskin Noble up here that is not worth a lot of runes, and also kind of annoying to fight in this kind of enclosed space. If it starts rolling, I might get blown up pretty easily. So what I'm gonna do instead is treat it like a joke. And up. Alright, this is the thing that Fia is looking for up here. The reason that I'm up here is a required item to get to Fortisax. Speaking of, time for a little more platforming and a very, very annoying fight. But hopefully me and the Mimic will be able to take care of it. Right. Good. Okay, you guys can hear the Crucible Knight kind of wandering around down there. Yeah. I think it's in my best interest to try and snipe him out from up here. That way I don't get stuck with him behind me. He actually gave me my flask back, so I don't need to return. Alright, and then let's be, again, very careful with our platforming. Go. As you guys can tell, this doesn't make me nervous at all. Speaking of, there's another Crucible Knight. Keep moving. So this is a double gargoyle fight. Hopefully we'll be able to kill one of them pretty quickly. That way I'm not stuck fighting against two. That's annoying. The other one's coming. The other one's coming already. Okay. Just keep focusing on this guy. Try and get him eliminated before this fight goes on for too long. We got one. Let's get the other. Still haven't learned these guys' moves, I have to say. And where is my Mimic at the moment? Did my Mimic die? Alright. I wasn't prepared for that. He's doing poison breath. I don't know where my Mimic went. I wasn't paying attention. How many moves do you have, sir? What the fuck? I hate those guys so much. Do not like that fight. Yeah, I got scared at the same time, Kane, because at the same time he hit me, he died, and it made a sound that scared the crap out of me. Did not care for that one bit. But let's move forward. It's fine. Oh, gosh. it's rude to me as well. I guess I'm the one invading his home. At some point, I'm gonna be able to re-equip a shield without going into medium load, which will be nice in certain situations to just have something to block. All right. So this area is infested with ants, so we're gonna methodically make our way through. I need to go through that tree. I see you there. Right. The good news is our eye lasers do one-shot these ants, so if all goes well, we're not gonna have to really worry about them coming near us. What? Okay. Shot through the ground there. Some of them also drop high-powered runes, or high-level runes. I think with enough of them, we'll be able to get. Maybe a full level up out of this. See you all falling. If I just like try and point at the center of the screen like this, will this connect? Oh wow. Cool. I like that. Oh, that did too. I did not realize that there was a piercing effect to this thing. Not entirely sure how consistent it is, but yeah, that definitely took out two at once. I am all about this. This is fantastic. All right, great. Let's push forward. Might be a couple more ants. Oh, there's also there's also the unique incantation here. Elden Stars, which I will not be casting at any point. I don't think. Takes up multiple memory slots and does not do the right kind of damage. By which I mean it deals holy damage. And most bosses will resist holy damage, especially holy damage in small values, the way that that is. Because Elden Stars is many instances of small damage, that does not add up very, very nicely. Alright. I am going to ignore the remaining ants in this area. Now that I'm in a straightaway area again, I am going to ignore them and just move forward. The helmet is for buffs, because it gives +1 faith neuro. The rest of the outfit is just what I have. It's a little bit stronger, and I can maintain light load. A little bit stronger than the Traveler's set that I had before. What's the name of this armor? It's the Perceptor's set. Perceptor's. Oh, the head. The head is the Ruler's Mask. You get it. If you come up the elevator from Magma Worm, in the Altus Plateau, that's where it is. There's a bunch of, what are those guys called? There's a bunch of, like, those big misfigured guys. Shoot. Omens. There's a bunch of omens around a few caravans, and you can get the caravans. Have some stuff. Alright. None of this stuff is stuff that I wanted. Alright. Go ahead and leave that alone. Could have sworn there was a Grace around here, but I appear to have... Oh, I overshot it by a mile? Okay. Alright, more platforming coming up here. I am going to make my way up toward... the Prince of Death's throne. Me and my Mimic are going to go ahead and try and defeat Fia's champions. I think the laser eyes will be good in this fight as well. The one you might be remembering as toxic is probably the one that's shooting infinite skulls at me. Looks like my Mimic is handling one of them at least. Laser eyes are doing work. They can't dodge them. Or rather, they won't dodge them. Because the projectile moves too quickly. Good. Nice. Not want to have to fight against that one. Is she not here? Where is she? She's not here yet? Oh, I need to burn the Erd tree, I think, and then she'll show up. Okay. Well, I suppose we can do that. Alright, fingers crossed we don't fall off the platform here. Just, again, be very careful about our pathing, especially with Torrent being as finicky as he is. Nura, we all did. Literally every single one of us did. And anyone who says that they didn't... straight up lying.
I have long observed this world and death. Are you to commit? Very well. Let my hand.
Alright. Goodbye, Melina. See you never. So now I can't actually teleport out of Farum Azula until I hit a Grace and rest at it. So I'm going to go ahead and platform through here for a bit. Once again, I'm just going to be very deliberate, very careful, make sure that I don't accidentally drop off of a cliff and die. Uh-huh. Very good. Lots of interesting ways to fall and die in this area. We'll go ahead and... maybe eye lasers to clear a path for ourselves. missing. I have special eyes. Look. Look with your special eyes. Trying to think which direction I should go. Yeah, let's run a little bit further through here, and then we can turn around for Fia. I'm gonna ignore this dragon, the one that pops out here. It doesn't give that many runes. And it's particularly annoying to kill in general, so like I said, just leave it alone. Let's push forward a little bit. Boots asks, what made you go faith over int? I just wanted to switch things up. I think either one is very solid. I just wanted to... I had just lost an int run, and so I wanted to do a faith run. I think for my playstyle, having spells is probably the way to go, so that's why I'm doing it. Alright. We are almost through what I would consider to be like the hardest of the platforming in Farum Azula. No, there is some other annoying spots where I could die, but I need to make a run for it here. Almost there. Good. And one more, because I'd like my approach to Godskin Duo to be from below. There we go. This, to me, is the easier approach.
Welcome!
Whoa! Let's say hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome to the channel, and thanks for the follow, and thanks for the raid, Rena. Welcome. I don't believe we've met. If you wouldn't mind, since you're in chat, if you wouldn't mind giving us a little introduction about yourself and what you were up to on stream, I'd really appreciate it. For everybody that's coming in, my name is Mark. I am a challenge runner, currently doing a Deathless attempt of Elden Ring, all Remembrance bosses. So there's 15 bosses that drop Remembrances. We have 8 done at the moment with our character here. But yeah, feel free to introduce yourself. I'm going to continue moving through here a little bit. Love Elden Ring? Nice. Welcome on in, welcome on in. Hello, hello. So what were you up to tonight? Good. So this takes care of the platforming that I wanted to take care of to get toward Godskin Duo here. Which is good. Showing off a bunch of stuff in Elden Ring to a new player. So you're doing... So, well, I'll just give you guys a little bit of context. So this is the only Dark Souls FromSoft game that I've played. I'm considering it as a Dark Souls game, right? I've done challenge runs in Sekiro where I beat the game in both Shura and Immortal Severance endings without taking damage. So that is my other FromSoft experience, and Elden Ring was my first FromSoft Dark Souls game. And we've done different playthroughs of it over time, but I wanted to see if I would be able to beat it without dying. This is the only type of game like this right now that I'm doing challenge runs for. Usually the stuff you find here is actually in the more Divinity Original Sin 2, Baldur's Gate 2. We do challenge runs in those games for the most part. But we're not immune to a little Elden Ring from time to time. Ronan, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and actually defeat Godskin Duo. I think if I am able to take down Godskin Duo now, then that will make it a lot easier for me to deal with Fortisax. Because I'll have a stronger Sacred Seal. It's level 20 at the moment, but if I defeat Godskin Duo, then I'll get the thing that allows me to... It's fine. I'll get the thing that allows me to... Yeah, we started as a reg. This is NG. Oh, I could summon this guy. This guy is actually not a bad guy to pull in. Yeah, let's bring in Bernal and my Mimic, and we should be okay. So I'd get the Bell Bearing in order to upgrade the Sacred Seal to level 24, and then I think we'd get a level 25 piece from somewhere around here. Alright. Let's get in. So I'm gonna run around the corner here as they spawn in, because they like throwing fireballs when I do stuff. So I'll summon. And we'll go ahead and Rot Breath. It looks like this is gonna connect onto. Nope. he wants to start rolling. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. And how dare you? Got him. All right. Me, the Mimic, and Bernal are doing great, apparently. Get ready for the next one. Hi. Just pulling in the next one, just in time. Look, I'm not gonna just... If Rot Breath is working, I'm not gonna stop doing it. Let's go. Get out of here. Do not like that fight, but with a little help from my friends. But with a little help from my friend. No, I shouldn't spend these runes yet. Let's go ahead and return to Round Table. And like I said, I wanted to upgrade my Sacred Seal to 24. And then maybe turn around for Fortisax. Oh, this guy died. I think D's armor is also around. Yeah, if this room is open and D's armor is here, then that means Fia has moved to where we expected her to move. So that's good. We got a new armor set. I could start looking into, like, switching into some of these pieces of armor, but again, light roll is so important to me that I am not going to sacrifice light roll just for a little bit stronger armor. And Nefeli's gone as well. Whoops. Here we go. I mean, sure, we can get rid of all these bearings. Okay. So now I need to purchase. So we have a level 21 Sacred Seal, which means I. Wait. Level 20. So I need 6 Smithing Stone 7s and 12 Smithing Stone 8s. And I currently have 2 7s, so I'll buy 4. And I currently have 4 of these, so I'll buy 8. Alright. So let's get this thing up to level 24. And then whenever I do find an ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, then I can upgrade the rest.
You're up.
And I also have a level 9 Blasphemous Blade, just in case we want to switch over to that for any reason. Alright, now I can put more into endurance. Alright, let's go ahead and go after Fortisax next. And that would be here. It's a Death's Throne. So there's going to be a little bit of hugging involved right now, so just bear with me while we go through all the dialoguing.
Like the dog. For I wished, so it is. I must bet. Go, you deny us, because I am the gay call, yet you.
Have I been everywhere in this world? We've been to most places, Carrot. I haven't spent a tremendous amount of time underground, but we've spent enough. The only zone that I have not visited yet is the Consecrated Snowfield, and I will collect the pieces to get there. at some point. Because Melania and Moog are around. What do you call me? You can call me Mark or the Power Hour or TPH or just get my attention. It's fine. Oi, you. Matt. We also go by Matt sometimes. Inside joke, but.
I will send it the new as the rulees brandish stay the by becoming. I to conceive brandish stay the by becoming.
She requires us to talk to her like 2 or 3 more times, so I'm just gonna teleport and then run back up to her and talk to her again.
This, but I choose and I will be willing. What great. This, but I choose and I will be willing. What great.
Okay, there's just one dialogue. Alright, I think she'll be gone now. And the way to Fortisax will be open. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's get this thing out of our inventory. What I don't want is to be stuck with a little bit less health than normal. Now, it is very likely that our Mimic is going to die here, because the Mimics don't really recognize when they're getting death blighted. But it'll be nice to pull it out anyway. In exchange for 1 flask, it's not bad. And might distract the dragon enough for me to throw some fireballs at it. Hello there. God, I love your music. That throw could have been better. Out of the way. Headshots are nice damage. Oh, yeah. One more. Kobe! We did not Kobe appropriately. Hang on. Laser eyes? Oh, yeah, that connects. One more. Get out of here. That's 9. Nice. Staying out of the way. I don't believe I need any of the incantations from Fia, so let's go ahead and go sell what we can sell, put those points toward endurance. Thank you, DFR. Pretty decent progress so far tonight, I have to say. So we have 6 Remembrance bosses remaining. Moog Melania, of course, are still looming. Placidusax, Malekith Godfrey, and Elden Ring, or Elden Beast. Haven't fallen off anything? Why would you say that? Oh my god. go ahead and go and grab the pieces for... I'd like to grab the pieces for the snowfield elevator. I'm gonna be cheating to practice Melania off stream. Let's just hope that I've practiced Melania enough in my previous playthroughs. And see if that's gonna be enough.
Please, no. Your merciless moves. Let the curse take everything.
That's my way of saying I'm not planning on doing that. Oh, I really like this vantage point. I don't think this guy can do anything to me. Oh, never mind. Wait, can we hit? Oh, we can. Well, I'll just stand up here. I think I just discovered something new. I don't even have to go stand next to him. This makes me very happy. Flasks. I even stunned it. Wow, embarrassing. Yeah, thanks for the death root. It is not my intention to fight against the Deathblight, or the Deathrite bird that is coming up. I would like to ride past it. Just need to find the right spot to run away. This Deathrite bird is not... I am not a fan of. It does way too much damage for what it is. And while I could kill it, I feel like I'm strong enough to not have to. It doesn't drop anything that I need, so I will leave it alone. Could run through this area, but I think I'd rather eliminate these enemies instead. That way, should I feel the need to backtrack a little bit, then I will be able to. Now they don't respawn. Alright, let's pull out the eye lasers. I think will be pretty helpful. enemies coming next. If I stand right here, I think I might be able to hit that bird. Get it? Very nice. One more shot. Rude. Okay, sure. I'll take that. Dealing 1,000 damage at a time with this thing is pretty nifty for a ranged attack against mobs. Knife burp? Yeah, it's knife and fire. I don't know where they got all that stuff from. Okay, I'm getting shot at. Return fire! There was a firefight! This is one of the most obnoxious. Well, this guy not specifically, but him and his friends are very obnoxious. Keep doing it. I don't care. Or again, just there are parts where I feel more comfortable just running for it, and there are parts where I feel more comfortable carefully clearing a path for myself. This is one of the latter. Especially around here where there are ghost enemies that can spawn, but only if you don't clear out their summoners. So killing that guy just prevented some ghosts from showing up. Likewise, there's one more up here, and we're gonna do the same. And now no ghosts will show up to interrupt my pathing forward toward Commander Nile. And this is a pretty tricky fight, I have to say. Well, it can be anyway. I think I'm gonna lead off with Rot Breath to try and keep the swordsman off of me. Both summon. Good. Alright, we got both of them. Now let's focus on him. He was coming after me. Okay. Literally was the same thing that happened before. Leave me alone, dude. Keep doing it. Alright, this is give us the second piece of the medallion to get to Consecrated Snowfield. Okay. Right. So my remaining opponents are either in Consecrated Snowfield or in Farum Azula. I wonder which direction I should go. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break and go to the bathroom, because I've been needing to go to the bathroom for the last 10-15 minutes, and I've been holding it in. I will be back in a few minutes. All right, hello, hello. I'm back. try getting forward through Farum Azula a little bit. At least to the bridge. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Before I do that, I'm a little bit overdue for this. We need to bring Alexander forward. Because if I am going to get Shard of Alexander, which I want to, then I need to defeat the Magma Worm here and talk to Alexander so that he actually moves to his final spot. For pest threads. Very nice. Pest threads against opponents with very large hitboxes is always a strong move. Hey man.
I hardly think I've been take it. I won't be. Perhaps I'll. There's a note above the lock. Perhaps there's a note above the lock.
All right. Now Alexander should be where we want him to be when I go up this spot. Right, and once again, I'm gonna be very careful moving forward through here. The pathing can be tricky, and there are lots of enemies in the way, so we're gonna go ahead and give ourselves the buffs we need. Lasers are very nice for clearing a path, I have to say. Very happy with my decision to go and get that. Hi there. Hey. Good. I see you over there. I want to go up the stairs here and get the thing from Alexander. We've collected enough stone sword keys as we've been running around that I can afford to. Just making sure my cursor is on the map. Sometimes it leaves the map. Taking a little wide berth there. And then jump. Very good. There he is. You guys see him up there? We'll go ahead and say what's up to Mr. Alex.
Ah, city. That aside, I doubt there's another. Of course. Which means.
So he wants to give himself an honorable death, which
You are ready? Then let
I
us
will
begin.
give him a death. I don't know
am
if I will
the
define it
great
as
Jar
honorable
warrior,
necessarily.
Iron Fist Alexander. Lend me strength, O warriors within. Let us become one champion together.
All right.
My thanks. I knew you were the stuff of champions.
Alrighty. So the Shard of Alexander is nice if we're planning on using, especially if I'm planning on using Blasphemous Blade at any point. But even to increase the damage of the Black Knife, Ash of War, it's really strong. It's quite nice. All right, we'll go back to the Grace, make our way down. A little bit more platforming. Karamazula, always a little bit dicey. One of us is gonna connect. And it was me. I was the one who got him. Isn't there a item around here that I really want? Yeah, it is. It's here. This shield talisman +2 is really nice for physical damage. Now, we got one for fire damage negation a while ago, and we used that against Fire Giant, and I think that was very helpful. The physical damage negation one is going to be very nice against either Malekith, who does only physical damage, Godfrey, who does physical damage, Melania, who does only physical damage. Like, these are very nice talismans to be wearing for protection. All right, let's keep rolling. I don't need anything else from this area, and I'm gonna ignore this Crucible Knight. Just gonna run right past him. Is rot physical? Yes, it is. The rot spell that we inflict, yes, is a physical damage one. All right, this area is a lot of platforming. Again, just got to be really patient. Very patient. Just knock out all the birds that could potentially get in our way. The eye lasers are very helpful for this purpose. I'm just gonna make sure I'm not standing anywhere near where this lightning could strike. And now I actually have an interest in killing this dragon this time. So this dragon I am gonna kill. And the reason that I kill it is because this ancient dragon smithing stone will allow me to finally upgrade my sacred seal to level 25. So that'll be max upgraded. And then this will allow me to upgrade either my black knife or my blasphemous blade to level 10. So both very intriguing choices. I'll have to figure out which one of those I'd like to do first. There are plenty of other ancient sombers floating around, so I'm not gonna be low on those. Anyway. Hey, take care, Zerafuse. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll see you another time. I'm being so careful with my platforming. We're almost out of the woods here. better if I do this. But you can reach me all the way out. Come on. Come on out into the open. I only want to fight one of you at a time. Thank you. Got that guy out of his hallway. See ya. Good. Alright, and I'd like to get rid of this guy so that I don't get interrupted while... Because he'll sometimes do lightning strikes when you're in Malekith's arena that can hit you. So, in my best interest to get rid of him. Maybe I can breath him. Hello, sir. Alright, let me go sell stuff. Upgrade my seal and my black knife, I think. And then I want to go after Placidusax.
Oh, no.
Alright. That's full upgrades on our weapon and our seal. Cromwell, indeed, yeah. Alrighty, so back to the Great Bridge Grace, and then I am going to head down to Placiduous Axe, and we'll try and take him out. My main thing against him, I think, is going to be Pest Threads. I think that's going to be the way to go. Just gotta focus on the platforming first. Excuse me. There we go. Yeah, Grimoire, the first step is always, like, really tricky. The rest of it is kind of just, you know, go forward. But they really did a good job of hiding this. Does environmental deaths still count? Yes, absolutely. So my big concern against Placiduous Axe is the fire damage. So I am going to re-equip the fire, the anti-fire talisman, so that both I and the Mimic have it. That'll help the Mimic survive a little bit longer. But again, my hope is that Pest Threads will connect so many times that it'll at least make short work of his first phase. And then we can figure out what we need to do against the rest of it. And again, I have 60 vigor, so, well, 65 with Godric's Great Rune. Let's go ahead and put that on. Yes, pilot, this is in offline mode. All right. Look for it. Let's go. Charge! God, I love this arena. I love this boss. I love this music, but we have a job to do. Not allowing me to get close. This is very frustrating. Usually I'm allowed to get behind him a little bit. He's going a little ham here. I don't think this spell is working as well as I want it to. I'm going to throw fireballs at him instead. And maybe Black Knight. Oh no, that's too many hits. I only have 2 red flasks remaining. come on. I need to get him rotting. Ah, my mimic's gone. So there goes my distraction. Rotting. Here comes the lasers. Alright, I got out of the way of the lasers. He is rotting, so there is hope for us here. That's my last flask. Oh my god. Oh! Oh my goodness. That was not the way that we intended for that to go, but yeah. That's 10. Oh my goodness. It took almost everything I had there, but getting him rotting was the best thing that I did. All right. Okay. So we have 5 remaining. Malekith, Godfrey, Millennium Moog, and Elden Beast. Could someone give me my uptime? Anyone mind giving me exclaim uptime in chat? Two and a half. I'm a little bit... Here's what my concern is right now. I'd like to push forward. I think that this run does not have a tremendous amount of time left in it. But I don't have enough time to do that tonight. So let's start progressing toward the snowfield and maybe grab a waypoint or two and see what sort of trouble we can get up to. So we'll use the secret medallion and move forward here. Oh yeah, DFR. Yeah, I am planning on streaming tomorrow for sure. Swapping over to the Blasphemous Blade here very briefly so that I can progress through this area. I'm not sure I need it necessarily, but I think it would be very nice to have. The AoE is nice. Skill issues, DFR. I can be better at the video game. I mean, the good things that I did there was make sure that I had the anti-fire talisman on. Proud of that move. But otherwise, I just need to dodge better, really. I mean, I took so much damage from the dragon before I had done a reasonable amount of damage to it. And that's entirely on me. So I fought that poorly. I think my biggest issue was trying to rely on pest threads early against a dragon that was not having it. Absolutely was not having it. And like, it did some damage, but I needed to do more damage to it earlier because my mimic died very quickly. Alright, Snowfield is a little bit frustrating with regards to pathing. What I remember is I just need to point myself toward the N up top. So just continue to point myself north as best I can. What's up, Harbinger? Hey, especially after the Grace. And if I just point myself north, then I should arrive somewhere close to where the Grace is. Need the fog to clear. No, no! Oh my god. I could not see the ground. I was sure there wasn't a cliff there. I was so sure there wasn't a cliff there. I was like, there's no way that I can fall off a cliff off the right-hand side. But I couldn't see the bottom of it, and I panicked so hard. Oh, fuck. Oh, guys. Oh. My heart. My heart. Oh, Jesus. All right. Alright. I'm gonna move forward a little bit here. An ancient somber smithing stone is a reward for an invasion that we're about to encounter. So there's an NPC invasion right here. As you can see, I get off my horse. The enemy will spawn directly in front of us. The dagger does not buff the laser eyes, no. The dagger is just in case they get close. But I don't think Anastasia will. I mean, she really did try her best. Alright, let's try and do this area. This area is super scary, I have to say. Perhaps if I get the silent armor. Black knife set's really good. Also, I was just thinking to myself, if I ride up this, there's a couple 100,000 runes that are essentially free because there is a putrid avatar up this direction. I figured I might as well go up there and try and grab those. Excuse me. I'm still recovering from earlier. We're fine. Oops. Are we, though? Still swinging. Good job. I wonder what other stealth things I have available to me. And I also wonder if the laser eyes will allow me to defeat some of the enemies that I have. How many stone sword keys do I have currently? 1. I can purchase some more. There are some stealth incantations at the round table. And I think I'd like to get some of them. Everything's on fire. Now, I'm gonna have to go to the Turtle Pope in order to get these incantations learned, but that is fine as well. Oh, and while we're here, that's a fully upgraded Blasphemous Blade. Should we want it? The other treasure chest did not have anything that I needed. I think there's a crossbow in that treasure chest. Hello.
I welcome. I am my Apollo. Do you know how it came? Well, the shatter. It is by the
this guy's still talking.
The earth. You are free. I would say if you find it, unless in which case. Oh, very well. Heresy. All thing.
All right. So here we have darkness. We have assassin's approach. Silences footsteps and reduces fall damage and sound. Yeah, I think that sounds really good to me. Create an area of darkness that conceals the caster. I'll have to give that a shot and see what it looks like. If it follows me around, then good. But if it doesn't, then I don't really know. I figured in this area, since I'm not really planning on using either of these, I can try and put these in and see how well they'll do. And I'll also put on the Black Knife armor, which, if we read it, muffles the sound of footsteps. So this is also a stealth thing. So now you can hear, or well, you can't hear anything, right? All right, let's test out the couple of incantations. Let's see about darkness. Just exists there. It doesn't follow us around. Okay. All right, these should be pretty helpful to us in this area. All right, let's go for it. Ordina can be very, very sucky. To that effect, I am gonna put on my anti-physical shield. Their arrows do magic damage, I believe, but there are some. I think there is a physical component to it as well. All right. One of them still sees me. That's fine. So I have to light the 4 torches in this area. I'm a lot less scared of the dagger assassins on the ground than I am of the archers, I have to say. to that point. Yeah, that can be painful. Good. Yeah, if I'm able to eliminate the archers from distance, then that will go a long way toward making me feel a lot more comfortable. But one of them seems to have spotted me anyway. They're over there. You can see them off to the left there. I might be able to target them out from my distance. No, that doesn't connect. Okay. If that doesn't connect, then that means I'm gonna have to dodge. Okay. Alright. If I'm gonna have to dodge, then I'd almost rather have the Blasphemous Blade. That way when I get up there, when I get up to them, I can start swinging at them. Oh, but that'd put me in medium load. Okay, no, this will be fine. This should be okay. Alright. I just need to be on point with my rolls, and okay, yeah, that's not a good spot to be standing. All right. That's 3 torches. 1 to go. Oops. Okay. Fine. Just need to light the 4th one. No, don't. Oh my god. The immediate stab. Oh my goodness. So frustrating. Alright, we're fine. We made it out. Oh, shit. Hate Ordina. Ordina sucks. Well, we opened the way to the Halig Tree. I'm not sure I'm ready to do this pathing yet, so perhaps I will just grab this grace and then go away again. I think I'd also like to open the way to Moog tonight. That seems like something I can reasonably do. Now, we could have got to Moog way earlier, by the way. If we had chosen to do Vare's quest line, you don't need to be online in order to do it. There is an invasion that you can do, like an in-game invasion, that would allow you to get to Moog super early if you had a way of killing him. Which we don't. I am expecting to get knocked off my horse here. Let us. I don't understand. Enjoy, of course. Happy to have you here. But why? Why are you asking for my permission? These bugs are insane. I'll just aim down the noble. Nope. Leave me alone. Oh, you heal too? Oh, good. And now there's dragonflies. No. Leave me alone. Good lord. Past this Albinoric through the portal. Good. Alright, welcome to Mogwin Palace, where everything sucks. Especially the boss. A lot of folks would stop right here and be like, oh good, Albinoric farming time. I'm not particularly interested in doing that. What I am interested in doing is riding through this area at warp speed and avoiding confrontation with pretty much anything. Don't need anything here. I'm not even planning on using the bleed incantation, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that alone too. Pardon? Let's stay to the left side. I'm gonna take the shortest path here. Very good. Okay, chat. I think this is as far as I'm gonna go tonight. We made exceptional progress, and I nearly gave myself a heart attack. We are ready to make our final push into against Moog, against Melania, and then Gideon, Godfrey. Malekith, Gideon, Godfrey, and the final boss. But I think this is a good stopping point. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being here and following. And there were a couple of raids. Thank you so much to the folks that came along with the raid, and any of you who stuck around. So I really appreciate all of that. The support has been very, very positive, and I really appreciate you guys. I will be back tomorrow evening around 8 p.m. Pacific, and we are going to attempt to complete this. It's going to be dicey, obviously. Some of the hardest bosses that we have left are ahead of us still. So hopefully we can get through it. But until then, take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. And go USA. World Cup in just an hour here. I'm not going to be able to see the game, but I'll probably look for the highlights tomorrow. But go USA.